Yeah, so I'll give you a few examples of mini activities where AI is used, just because I want to give more color into where AI is used beyond I write a prompt and I get content or I get copy, right? So one of the places where AI is used in our product is taking product imagery that is from your website or your photo shoots sitting in your asset management library and so on, and then modifying it in some way. So either removing everything except the product, so there's no background, no widescreen, nothing, you just have a product with a transparent background, it's clipped, and you get only the product image so that you can position it anywhere, put it on top of something in the hands of the model or whatever, right? That earlier used to happen in Photoshop by hand. Great software, but when you have to do 10,000 pieces of content every week, it's hell.
Yep.
It's just no person should have to do it.
No.
Welcome to the AI Marketing Navigator, where we simplify AI marketing to keep you ahead of the curve. Brought to you by Digital Pop, delivering AI marketing automation so your small business thrives. Here's your host, Alex Carlson.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the AI Marketing Navigator. This is your daily compass in the ever-evolving world of AI marketing. Today, we are diving into the transformative world of AI and data-driven content creation with Satej Sirur, CEO and co-founder of Rocketium, which is an AI-powered creative ops platform that helps global brands create personalized content at scale. Satej has experience spanning roles at Amazon, Microsoft, all before founding Rocketium in 2015, and he brings unique insights to the AI content creation space. Satej was recently recognized as one of Rethink Retail's top AI leaders for 2024. He's also helped transform how major brands like Walmart and Colgate Palmolive approach their creative operations. Known for his practical approach that focuses on augmenting human creativity rather than replacing it, Satej has guided Rocketium's evolution from a video creation tool to a comprehensive platform that empowers marketing teams to create, collaborate, and analyze visual content more effectively. Satej, welcome to the AI Marketing Navigator. So glad to have you and super excited to dive into how particularly data and AI are really reshaping content creation and how we can truly leverage data in our content creation strategy and what that means for us marketing navigators. Thank you for being here today.
Glad to be here, Alex. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So diving right in, we always like to start with our guests' kind of journey, how they got to where they got today, or how they got to where they are today, how you particularly got to where you are with Rocketium. You spent a few years at big tech companies like Amazon and Microsoft before founding Rocketium. What insights and what can you share from those experiences that kind of shaped your vision for how you could use AI in content creation? What did you learn from working with the big players in the space?
Yeah, so before I get into what we do right now and the problems that we solve and some of the impact of AI that we are seeing, I just wanted to say that I have no place to be in this business. I'm not a marketer, I'm not a designer, I don't know anything about consumer marketing. But really, the reason this product exists is that somebody somewhere thought that we could solve their problem. We used to be in a very different space. It started off as a gaming problem that we wanted to solve back in 2015, that became stories and then videos. We were doing all kinds of things that today I advise many entrepreneurs not to do what we did, what they say, do as I say, not as I do. So
Sure.
5 years ago, a large e-commerce marketplace which has its own advertising business, they approached us because they saw the guts of our product, which was our API that could help people make videos. They saw that they could take that and build their own product to help their advertisers make content that is compliant with their platform in the first try, instead of making content, sending it for review, getting feedback for every piece of content and redoing it. They said, why don't we just build this product? And then we realized that by the time they get approval for it and they build it and they deploy it, it'll be a year or two. But we can do it in 2 weeks, and which is what we did. So even before AI could write half the code for you, back in 2015, we did the very startup thing, built a product very quickly, showed it to some of the advertising leaders in that company, and they loved it. That's how we started this product. And over the years, what we have learned is, by being absolute students of the process and really worshipping the operations that our customers go through, in a way, we don't really know what still what is advertising, what is marketing, what is design, but
Mhm.
we know what our customers do and all the crap that they have to shovel on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And then we say that using automation, AI, analytics, how do we mitigate some of those things? How do we eliminate some of those things and generally make their lives a lot better? So, yeah, along the way, we've had to learn many things, and I'm happy to share many more of those today.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, let's dive in to Rocketium, the platform, a little bit. So you just kind of told us about its beginnings as a video platform, and it's been quite a journey for the tool over the last multiple years that you guys have been building, and now you call it a complete creative ops platform. Can you kind of explain the or walk us through the that evolution and what were the when was the pivot from video to full platform, or was it multiple steps along the way? Did you add certain services? Can you walk us through that journey a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So when the product started, it started off as a product for non-designers so that they could take pre-made templates, change one or two elements that they are allowed to change, and then get content which is auto-compliant. But then, as you can imagine, you give anyone any amount of power, they want more power.
Mm-hmm.
So even the non-designer said, everything else is great. I just want to change the colors. Can I just change the fonts? Can I? And then it became kerning and ligatures and clip masking and keyframes, and it just became a full blown design product. So that is one side of the coin. Over the last 3 years, we have been building the other side of the coin, which is performance, which is when the content is made, it gets pushed onto different paid marketing platforms across the internet, display, social, those kinds of things. And then it performs a certain way. Some things click, some things don't. And then there's no real insight that marketers and designers get back saying that certain kind of copy is working, certain kinds of imagery is really not working, color schemes, and any number of design choices that you're making. There's no real information about that. So that's the other side of the coin, which is how can you connect to all the paid platforms where content is deployed, pair the information that's coming from there with what's in the creative, and then give you not only dashboards and reports and those kinds of things, but thanks to all the AI advancements that are happening, truly with an AI assistant analyst that you have, ask it questions saying what sort of copy is really not working, or I have an upcoming campaign, what should I be trying over there that I have not tried before, or what is on fire right now and what should I change, right? Very conversationally you could ask it questions, and behind the scenes a lot of data is being churned, all the unique pieces of information we can add about the creative plus what's coming from the platform is munched together to get it. So yeah, the design side of things is for getting more content faster,
Mm-hmm.
removing the manual repetitive steps over there, and similar sort of story on the analytics side, but with the twist that you are getting some analytics that you would not otherwise have from the platforms.
Sure, amazing. Let's talk a little bit about both those facets of the tool, the content creation with AI behind it. I'm really interested in how you've incorporated data into the creative side of things, and I think that's really exciting. But first, your platform has actually combined and allows the use of several AI systems, Chat GPT, GPT-4 specifically, Dolly, Stable Diffusion. How did you guys determine which AI models to incorporate? What did that look like? What was the process for integrating these multiple AI systems into your tool? And can you break down that a little bit for us?
Yeah, sure, Alex. So even before generative AI came onto the scene and wiped out any other conversation in AI, there were translation services, image optical character recognition from images, there was stuff to tag imagery, there was so many of these AI services that were available from the different cloud computing players. So again, as students of operations, students of the process, we said where are people losing time? Every asset that is uploaded onto Rocketium needs to be tagged automatically. There was a service that we were using for that. People wanted, having made a design image or a video, one click translate it into another language. We were using AWS, Google, Microsoft services in order to do that. So anyway, the system was built with a layer of abstraction to say what functionality do you need and what underlying service are you using behind the scenes, because in some cases we've had to build our own AI services having trained some models in order to do this. So there was already that diversity of different kinds of models that we were using. And luckily for us today, there is an abundance of these kinds of generative AI models, which are in a locked arms race trying to one up each other. So
Mm-hmm.
we didn't want to tie ourselves specifically to one model or one way of doing things. So we have built our own layer of abstraction so that the prompt or any additional context, all of those things are sitting at our layer. And from there, the model that gets picked up is up to customers, or our team might just find that some tool is doing a much better job on, let's say, image generation or image recognition or copy or any of those. So we keep swapping that out. So we work with a couple of providers that help us work with those layers of abstraction. But really, the idea is what is the user experience that you want? What are people trying to do on a daily basis? And then between our software, our AI, third party AI, whichever one is the best one to solve it, we swap out and use that.
Sure, amazing. And then, just out of curiosity, what is and again, you don't have to share any of the numbers or details behind it, but how has it been cost effective for you guys to incorporate these APIs and models into your tools? Are you using a mixture of open source and um, uh, paid API access? How has that been, or is that how has that affected your business? The cost.
Yeah, so for us, AI services have been actually very, very cost effective because A, all of them in this arms race, not only are they releasing functionality, they're also lowering costs, they are
Mhm.
doing more tokens, more context, all of those things. And second, surprisingly, most of our customers, they already come with their own assets, their own copy, their own designs, and they don't want, these are large enterprises, large agencies that we work with. Most of them do not want AI to generate anything for them.
Mm.
So they come with their own designs, copy, imagery, all of that, and they use Rocketium to put it all together, assemble it in bulk, auto resize it, make changes in bulk, and all of those things. So that way, the cost of AI is low for that reason as well. But
Mhm.
more and more companies are being open to using assets generated by AI. The AI committees that are being set up in these large agencies and enterprises are greenlighting more AI usage. So we definitely expect our AI bills to rack up. But luckily, they're all trying to lower costs.
Yeah, for sure. The competition is just insane, and the speed at which they're releasing and iterating is really incredible. So we all get to benefit from that. You talked a little bit about these teams that have been adopting AI and how they typically approach it, bringing their own assets, being a little reluctant to have AI do a lot of the work in some instances. Um, but you've also mentioned that when a team is willing to adopt AI, it makes good teams really exceptional. Can you elaborate a little bit on this perspective? Can you share a study maybe from internally what that's looked like for your team with your AI adoption, or maybe a case study of one of your a team that's adopted Rocketium and what that's done for them?
Yeah, so I'll give you a few examples of mini activities where AI is used, just because I want to give more color into where AI is used beyond I write a prompt and I get content or I get copy, right? So one of the places where AI is used in our product is taking product imagery that is from your website or your photo shoots sitting in your asset management library and so on, and then modifying it in some way. So either removing everything except the product, so there's no background, no widescreen, nothing, you just have a product with a transparent background, it's clipped, and you get only the product image so that you can position it anywhere, put it on top of something in the hands of the model or whatever, right? That earlier used to happen in Photoshop by hand. Great software, but when you have to do 10,000 pieces of content every week, it's hell.
Yeah,
It's just no person should have to do it.
no.
Now with AI, in after you, so for our customers, they either upload a spreadsheet which has all these rows of the copy and assets and the different designs that they want to use. When they import, they just have a checkbox that says automatically remove the background for this image. For others, keep it as is. So for every one of those in the background, as the image is being imported, we remove the background. For another customer, they use our collaboration feature, saying all the designs have been made, they are reviewing it, leaving feedback for each other. They were curious to say that what sort of feedback are we getting? This is a customer which is extremely process oriented, they want to keep improving how they do, and they reached out to our customer success team, and using AI they were able to give them insights of what sort of comments were they giving. They realized a good 30% of their feedback was only about logos. And they said that, okay, let's do one thing. Let's lock the logo layer so nobody can edit it. It's all fixed. So there's never any debates about that. An entire class of work went away. making it, reviewing it, fixing it. I'll give you one last example on the analytics side, where this one company was doing all of their paid marketing analytics relying on how ads and ad sets were named. So files had to be named a certain way, ads are named a certain way. You download the Excels from that and split it and get the data. Now, after the fact, you're just curious about, hey, when I mention my offers, the offer callouts that I have as a number, a dollar value versus a dollar off versus a percentage discount versus something else, how does it work? And there was no information about that, right? So they could not do that before. Now with AI, when this data is being pulled from the paid marketing platforms into Rocketium, there's an additional step that automatically extracts this information from the images. So for every image, you are able to get, is there a price call out? What type of price call out it is? So now your analysis of what is working, what is not working can be pivoted around the price call outs. Oh, looks like 80% of our spends are only happening on creators that have price call outs. We should try a different mechanism. Or when price call out is X versus Y, this is how it performs. They just never had that information before. So AI can be used in very different parts of the process for different needs. It's important to start with the need first and then apply AI to it. That's how we have seen it being successful.
Amazing.
Thanks for listening to the AI Marketing Navigator. Ready to simplify your own marketing automation? Digital Pop helps make it happen so your small business can scale your marketing fast. Learn more at thedigitalpop.com.